So hello students. In the last video I have discussed about the for loop, the data object, and also one program where we are going to access the frame content, whatever the contents which are placed in the frame. I have access. The last program actually I it stopped because of some reason. So I just like to quickly recall what we have uh, discussed in our last program. Then we will go further in any programs which we have in HTML, sorry, JavaScript. Now, as I told you in the last program, where we are actually demonstrating the product of two numbers. So, uh, quickly let me explain you again the code. So here we are writing a function called product, where you are accessing the frame contents there. In the frame, I have kept two input boxes there where I'm going to give the numbers, and I'm going to create a reference. On reference, actually, the product method is called, which is returning false. And now here, the alert window, I think, I hope I discussed it as the first program, where the alert actually will display a window on the HTML page where it will give you some message there. So what is the message you want? So here it is giving the product of num1 and num2 is the result. So if you observe here, so when I execute it, so when I click on this, so I'm going to get this. This is what actually we are going to get using the alert window. Okay, right. Now the next, let us move on to the next program which we have. So the next program actually will demonstrate you uh, yeah, the same type of stuff actually, but the difference here is I'm going to discuss about the math class, which is having some methods which can be used, uh, uh, which can be used. The math object actually provides you the properties and methods of mathematical concepts. So if I say math, I mean whatever the mathematical stuff, like if you are going to get the pi value, you want to go for the sine values, cos values, log values. Okay, whatever the values you want to calculate the square roots. Okay, if you want to get the seal values, the exponential values, there are several methods which are placed in this. So you can go through this, you can use these methods in your program. So here in our program, I'm going to use this math object so as to calculate the square root and the cube root, sorry, square, cube, and as well as square root of a number. So now, see in this program, say, uh, here, let me execute it. Then it will be better for us. So see here. So I'm going to give a number here. Say some 5, and I keep on that find the square root, and the cube and cube root, square root. The square of 5 is 25, cube of 5 is 125, and the square root of 5 is 2.2360, and so on. So how we are going to get this? So how we are going to get this? So now here also the same thing. I'm including the JavaScript. I'm embedding the JavaScript within the HTML file using the script tag there. I'm going to write a function there. Okay, so in this I'm going to access the value which I'm giving it in from the frame. So like the previous program, see, I'm going to give a form there which is called as F1. In that form, I'm going to create a text box with the name N. That's why here it is saying F1.N1.value, whatever the value is. Next, we have the math method, which is a math object which is having a power function. So power of num comma 2 will give you the square root, sorry, square of the number. Power of num comma 3 will give the cube of that number. And we have a method called square root, which will return the square root of that number. and that results are actually I'm placing it in again in from I'm creating three text boxes here, square, cube, and square root, and that result I'm placing it. So document dot f1 dot. So f1 in this document, f1 is a frame, r1 is the result means the value in the text box, and in that value result one, which is nothing but the square of the number. Then we have the R2, the text box. Then we have the value which is calculated, which is displayed there. And we have the square root. This one. And this, like in the previous program, I'm going to create a hex reference there. On click, it has to execute a particular method there, the square, cube, and square root method there, which is returning false, and the hypertext which it has to display. So this is programming stuff all this, but the only thing which you need to know here is we have for us a math method, math object here, where we are going to get the math.py, which will return the math pi value, math.sign of 30, it will give the sign value there, and it has a number of methods there. Okay, so which is going to Euler's constant based on natural algorithms of 2 to the base 10 to the base, okay, base 2 to the base 10. Okay, and next we have different kinds of values which are here in the square root, the q means square root of 2, square root 1 by 2. Okay, the absolute value, a cos, the r cosine, okay, in radians, the arc sine in radians, okay, tangent in radians, okay. So like that, we have the sine, cos, and the scene value, the upper value, return the smallest integer greater than or equal to that number. Okay. So if we go to the upper side when a value is given, like if we are giving 2.53, it will go to 2, 3 there, I'm sorry. Like lower value, the largest integer less than or equal to that number, when I give 2.53, it will go to the floor value, the down value, to 2 there. So the maximum returns the largest of zero or more numbers. So when you're giving some few numbers there, it is going to give the maximum number and the minimum number. And power function we have used it in program, and random pseudo random number between 0 and 1. So any number between 0 and 1 is written there. So when you are going to round there, the rounding of the number to which rounds to the nearest integer. If it is 2.53, it will go to 3, and if it is also 2.5, it will go to 3, and if it is 2.49, it will go to 2 then. Okay, depending upon the values. So like that, we can use these methods in our programs. Okay, that's our program. And the last program is about accessing the string object. Here also, this is also the string object which I'm accessing. So let me execute this, then I will explain the code. So I'm giving the Kakinada and I'm giving the position 6. So what is the character 6th position? In the 4th position, the character is J. It is showing KAKINED. So if we're giving a particular position there, in that position it is going to display the character. So how we have written the code? Okay, let me show you the code here with this code. So when running find character, so again in the HTML form, HTML document, I'm going to create a form F1. So I'm going to create two text boxes. So with the names S1 and N1 there. So input type button. Now I'm placing a button there. So uh, on button on click, it has to invoke find char method function there. So when you're clicking on that particular when you're clicking on that particular file, sorry, okay, when you're clicking on this button, so it is going to invoke. So now, okay, so in here I'm saying var s is equals to document dot f1 f dot as1 dot value. So I'm going to get the value which is entered in the first text. So whatever the text you are entering, so it is taken there. Next document.f1.end.value. The value is given taken in n. So then ch is equals to s dot caret. So s dot caret will give it the character at a given position. So again, the indexing starts with 0. That's the reason why the character at certain position is given there, and it is stored in s, and again it is shown in the alert window. So I hope you understood this. So that's it. So you have to practice a lot. These are the few programs. So a lot of stuff is there in the JavaScript. You need to practice a lot. Then you can, as you know, the practice makes us perfect there. So more programs practicing, so more you forms you design by your own, then you'll come to know how actually you can design the web pages and how to access them. So if any doubts are there, you can contact me. Thank you so much.